Alright, so I turned up the brightness on this just a little bit so you can see the shadows hitting the black at the bottom. I didn't really have a white surface that I could put it on for you. So these are your basic shapes there. What I'm going to have you do next is to find real world basic shapes, basic 3D shapes, and you're going to sketch them, no lighting, no form or whatever. You're just going to sketch the basic 3D shapes. You can put a little hint of the shadow. You don't have to draw the whole shadow or anything. Just to show where it's sitting, and, you know, you also want to group them so all the shadows go in the same direction. And this is an example here of a not good setup. Like, this is bad. You see how your cone and your cube are kind of kissing? That's bad, what I talked about before. Now, your cone and your sphere are kissing. If you know, things are going to have to overlap, of course, but an overlap like the sphere and the cube have, you could still tell that there's a sphere and that it's behind the cube. So even though it gets, you know, hidden, being hidden isn't the same thing as being cut off. And then you've got the cylinder and the cone where they're really, really, really close. So that's not too good either. You either want it to overlap or have room so that it's clear that they are separate. But in this situation, we're actually going to get rid of that cone because a cone does not actually fit with these guys. What's special about these guys is that these are the 3 basic shapes, forms, whatever, that make up every object in existence. Doesn't matter what you're drawing, it's always going to be some sort of combination of these 3 shapes. So, you know, even if, you know, your cone is actually a cylinder that has had the top all drawn together to the center point. So, you know, the cone's not a basic shape. It's made out of a cylinder. Any type of box, you know, is actually... a cube is really, you know, a box that's all the same sides. So it's really a rectangle, but, you know, yeah. So your cube, it's your rectangle, your sphere, and your cylinder make up everything. So I'm going to switch tapes real quick to show you what you're actually going to be doing. I mean, you can get these things, not the plaster ones. Don't spend the money on that. The school made me do it. These things actually cost, like, with these 4, and then I have a female head, a male head, and then a female torso, and that whole shebang cost me like $260. So don't do that. You can go to an arts and crafts store. Over here we have a store called Michael's. You can go to any arts and crafts store, and you know those foamy shapes that people stuff the fake flowers in to hold it in the vase? They come in cylinders, they come in spheres, they come in cubes, and they come in cones. So, you know, you can get those, and I think they're what, like around $2 to $3 each. Try to get them white, but if you can't, you know, I think they've got light color. I think it's green or white, but, you know, try to get the white ones. So it's not going to cost you any real money whatsoever to get these shapes and you know, practice drawing the actual basic shapes as they are before you try drawing like something complex like a shoe or a person. you're not going to be able to draw that well if you don't understand how to draw these shapes. Alright, so switching tapes.